Oh, we are live. We are live. Today was a great training day for me today. I did miss out on a good amount on the gold shorts, but I'm okay with that. I just went for a scalp and then just exited. Let's see. Let's see. Well, I'm just making sure everything's set up here correctly. The light, everything. This is probably way too bright here. Turn it down. Oh, that should be good right there. Perfect. See if we can get some people to join first. I'll put some background music while you guys are waiting. Let's see. I think some people might not be able to even watch the streams even when they're going live when I have like copyrighted music, so I'm gonna have to use non-copyrighted music for now. Unfortunately. Alright, let me convert this to audio, which I don't see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, that's what that sounds like. I can barely hear it. Okay, cool. Well, just for you guys that don't know, there's no training tomorrow. The market's closed. There's a holiday, so no training tomorrow. So we're ending today on a very green note. And then of course I'll be back trading Friday. I just have some videos I'm trying to schedule right now for upload. And then I'll be recording the trade recap later. I'll probably record right after the stream. I'll be streaming for a little bit today, and then after finish streaming, I'll go record the trade recap. I'm going to be recapping today's trades and yesterday's. And I'm getting news that there's bots in my Discord, which sucks. I'm just get rid of. I'll have to find a way to get rid of them. It's quite annoying. Okay. I have 2 people watching right now. And matter of fact, I will do just, I guess, a quick, like really brief overview for those that are on the stream of the trade trading today and the reasoning. But more in depth, I'll be posting in the course content and a small snippet on YouTube. I try not to overwhelm the course content with too many trade recaps. I like to focus on the important things in there. So, yeah. Did miss out on 2 times the trade risk reward. You know, we created new structure here essentially for an hour and 40. But the draw always stays the same, right, in terms of TP. So price was doing all this manipulation here just to come down here, if you look to the left. So there's ways you can take continuations with my strategy here to go to the downside and not take longs here. Because I was saying I preferably wait for the PY lower to take longs, which would be down here, but we never got confirmation, so we don't take the trade. Matter of fact, I'm gonna change the light because it looks like low-key looks a little too warm here. Okay. All right. And then aside from that, I do still have some other trading content for y'all scheduled. It's not going to be a ton of videos. I'm going to take probably like a quick little break on YouTube for a bit in terms of content posting. So that is something you guys can anticipate. But if you guys just joined here, man, we came undefeated today. 4 winning trades today, or 4 winning trades, 1 break even for me today. So overall, it was a really good day. You guys want to see what gold looks like? This is gold. I got hit on break even here on the first trade here because price hit a 15-minute PY here instead of the 5-minute, which is right above, which did suck. The PY for this trade is just a liquidity sweep. Knowing we did hit what I think this was high time frame supply that I marked out. I think it's 30 minute or 1 hour. Yeah, so this was a 30-minute supply I marked out. So we hit 30-minute supply there. And then now price is reacting off of nothing I can really see on the 1 minute. So it's reacting off of the 5-minute supply, which is where I literally TP'd. So I literally TP'd at this 5-minute supply. I took a re-entry. I had an impulse model delivery here. Not an A+, but this is an impulse delivery here. So took it here off the candle and got a 3 risk reward. So instead of a 2.5, technically made a 3 here. But you know, stuff like this happens, man. Sometimes some people that trade 15 minutes, the PYs, they would have got lucky here because you could short this to down here. Could short that down there and then you would have been okay. So you would have caught it this long, you caught this short, caught this long again. But to me, I was just looking for longs here on gold. Once it came down here and swept this liquidity. Because there's no valid supply here up until here on the 5-minute. You can see on everything on the 1 minute is fully mitigated. So I went switch time frame, saw a 5-minute, that's where price, you can see, reacted off of, you know, price basically gave you the delivery you were looking for on the 5-minute. And if you want to be picky, so you can say we swept that internal high there. But I didn't take those shorts. I was looking for longs and I was done for a day at this point. Still past my kill zone, I was done. Sup, Karar? Remember you from last stream. This is the live stream of the unemployed right here. Live stream with unemployment. I'm gonna change the title real quick. I mean, it is a Q&A session today for the most part. I just put my record today, 4 wins and 1 break even. So, what's up, Robert? How you doing? I'm gonna send you guys the link to also the free Discord. Okay. I should have a bot to just do that every stream, but I gotta set that up because I know some streamers they have a bot. What the hell? I can't read that. I have no clue what the guy just said. Yeah, I don't know what this graphic said, but join the free Discord, y'all. And then if you want the course, I'll send you guys the course link. Let's get it. Hold on, let me find it real quick. I'm gonna tag you one on YouTube or in the Discord so everyone knows that I'm streaming right now. Okay, so we got that. There it is. I wish there was a way to cancel the YouTube Shorts because the YouTube Shorts does flood the announcements tab. But man, I don't think I can do that. I'm from Poland. Hey, what's up? All the way from Poland, man. Dude, you know what's crazy? I realized half of my viewers, or half of the people at least from the course, are like not in the US. There's so many different countries. Germany, there's a dude from South Korea, Brazil. There's a few Brazilians actually in the course. If I can check, there's a few other countries too. It's crazy, man. People from across the world are seeing my content. That's kind of crazy to think about. My channel's not that big. I don't really get too many views on my videos. I wish though. I'm not entirely sure. I just sent your link to your YouTube channel to my friends, Robert. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it, man. Anything helps, man. I've been doing this for 2 years on YouTube, but my channel hasn't grown too much in the 2 years. I think it's because the content I make is not like mainstream in terms of flashing Lambos and such. I have no clue. But also, I don't do paid ads. I know some people probably run paid ads and stuff, but I don't do that. Mine is just all organic. Just organic, what's it called, traffic. So I do appreciate it, Robert. And I see you just joined also the free Discord. I'm gonna send this link to this other chat as well. Let's see, where's this chat? I know, I can feel it. You're doing it from passion, not from money. Yeah. I mean, I don't get paid on YouTube also. For those that are wondering, I don't have ads on my YouTube channel. Or I hope you guys don't see ads. If YouTube does that, I don't think that's illegal, but I don't have monetization enabled on my channel. So there's no ads on my videos. They're all ad free. But Robert said, mate, you need more marketing. Your content is great. I learned a lot from your free content. I appreciate the feedback, Robert. I think I saw your comment, or it was another person that commented on one of my YouTube videos saying he learned a lot from free content. I'm glad the free content has helped. I'm glad. Because I have a ton of videos on this channel. But yeah, honestly, I'm not sure when you say, because you said you need more marketing. I don't know how to, I'm not a marketer. I don't know how to market well or good. If you guys have like, I don't know, marketing degrees or like knowledge about marketing, hit me up. Hit me on the DMs. Want to see if we can get this channel to 20K by the end of this year. It's a pretty far stretch goal, but it's like double the size currently. So we'll see if we can get to 20K by the end of this year. And our overall channel views is about a 250,000 right now, based on what I'm seeing right now. Rent some agency, mate. Oh, is that what a lot of people do? Interesting. I'll check it out, I guess. The only thing is about agencies is it's sus. You gotta be careful. I gotta find the right one, because I don't want to get scammed by some like bad marketing agency or whatever. So definitely gonna have to look through reviews and such for that. Definitely gonna be looking through that to make sure, just to make sure, you know, I'm with the right people. The right people in terms of marketing skills, but also like people that fit and align with my ideals and like my goals for the channel. Focus on training community, leave marketing to professional agency. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because I do put in a ton of time into the course. Like for those that bought the 100 Sword course, you guys know this. There's 120 videos now, almost 116 to be exact right now, in the course, and it's just full of educational content only in there. There's a ton of content in there. You don't need to watch every video to become profitable, but those videos help you one by one to hit what you're looking for, you know, in terms of profitability. But yeah, for sure, man. I do put a lot of focus just within the course members alone, less on YouTube. But yeah, leaving it to marketing agency does make sense. That makes sense. Probably have to look into something sometime. You guys know any trading agencies? Let me know that focus on marketing traders, because preferably it's like a marketing agency that's like aware of like how the trading industry works, like what people like and what people don't like. But yeah. Car asked a question. I'm gonna answer it right now. Do you prefer gold over NQ and ES, or you look at? I look at all three, but I trade mainly ES and gold. NQ is the same thing as ES basically. Okay, so there is your entry with my strategy right there. I didn't take it because I'm done trading for today, but I do see the entry model right there. How much risk reward is this up right now? 8, 16, 20. It's almost up 3 risk reward already, flying. So all this here, guys, was just a mitigation cycle that I teach in the course, and then if we want to run all this trend liquidity, we could just go higher for New York session kills on high. But checking the timer now, we still have plenty of time to reach there. We have, it's 147, so we have like 2 more hours. We can definitely see New York session high at some point today. That is something we can definitely see at some point today. New York session high. I honestly enjoy live streaming more than making YouTube videos and posting them. I feel like it's a lot more interactive. I can answer questions on the go, and I don't know, recording YouTube videos is cool and all, but it gets a little bit boring unless I change up my content style. But at the same time, I don't really want to do lifestyle content on this channel. I kind of want to focus on just learning and teaching, so that's what I'm currently looking at. But then someone did mention something very important to me the other day, and they were saying how it's important to obviously have the educational content, but also to get people to watch your educational content in the first place. You need good marketing, and good marketing oftentimes, you know, comes from like lifestyle stuff. So I see both benefits or both sides of the equation. So, you know, fine with either one. But I do need to focus, I guess, more on, I don't know, man. I guess content more people are looking for. I feel a lot of people are lazy online. They don't really like watching sit down videos where I just sit in a chair and give free trading knowledge. Let's see if anyone else took any trades today. So we have one member in the group or in the course that took the IFG short. I'm reading the private chat. If you guys want to join the private Discord chat, it's only for paid members only. Join the 100 Sword course, and it's just a bonus that you get to get the course. And let me check something here. But yeah, if you guys just joined, here are the trades I took on gold. Okay, trades I took on gold. If you see me looking this way, it's also because I'm reading in chat. I have 2 monitors up today, so that's how I like to have my stream set up for now, with 2 monitors. Let's see, where else is everyone else from that's watching? We got 14 people on stream. Where are y'all from? I'm from the US. Half of the people in the course are from the US, and the other half is just like across the world, man. We got people from all sorts of places in the course. It's crazy. Never thought I could reach global. We can go global. I trade gold and ES, Robert. Gold and ES. I used to trade oil and USD for those that used to watch my super old content, but I stopped because I'm managing a group now, and I have to send like messages through the Discord and such to the private members from time to time, give you my trade ideas and bias. So it does take up a bit amount more of time and effort on my end to do that. Therefore, that's why I gotta lower the number of things I'm trading. But other than that, I would be trading still 4 assets right now. Strategy works on any asset, so it doesn't matter what you're trading. A lot of people ask the question of like, what do you trade? And you know, it's an overall pretty general question, but I feel like a lot of people that ask that question also are thinking of like, what's the best thing to trade? There's no best thing to trade. If a strategy works on one thing, it should work on everything else that's liquid. Obviously not meme coins. I hate ES, prefer Euro USD, sometimes Bitcoin, but recently I started liking gold price action. Oh, gold is okay. Since you mentioned Bitcoin, that's just, crypto is volatile. You're gonna like gold. Gold is volatile too. ES is slow for people, so some people, they don't like ES because it's slow. Now I don't care how slow or fast per se assets are. I just care about my data, whether or not I'm trading the right thing or not. In terms of like, I mean like in terms of, for example, is my strategy profitable on a thing? Which assets are more profitable than others? I just go off objective data. I don't go off like feelings or personality. To me, none of that matters. Money's or process all that matters. My incredible happy life, man. It got liquid so hard to, bro. What happened, man? Bro, what happened, bro? Send me your trades you took. What happened? Bro, yeah. What Carr said, you can't, no one can help you if you can't help yourself. And I can help you, my incredible happy life. I can help you. If you get the course, I can still provide you some feedback. It won't be as personal and private feedback like people that get the private one-on-one mentorship where we have like live calls and such, but you still will get some feedback. Because we have a whole group of traders in the private chat with the 100 Sword students. So I would recommend you getting that, and then I can help you from there, man. Otherwise, I'm telling you, you're just digging a deeper hole. You're already 12K down from evals in 280. That's a lot. If you can't pass, or if you can't get a payout after 280 evals, that says a lot, man. I'm gonna be honest. Gotta be real with you. What you're doing right now is not gonna work. And if it does work, you'll get lucky one time. And you're just gonna go back to square one. So please don't do that. I'd recommend you at least join us. You know, the money you're putting in evals is getting thrown in the trash can. I'd rather you put that money, well, how much is 280 evals? What type of size? I hope you're buying small size evals, or at least futures and not Forex, because Forex is like $500 per account. There's no way you spend 140. You said you spent 12K, so it's, so about, what? Am I tripping? $42. Oh, okay, so it's probably like a 50K top step or something, is my guess. You blowing, how many is that? 6? The course currently is $399 plus there's a flash sale going on. So if you just go to the website, stay on there for a bit, there's a pop-up promotion for 10% off immediately. But it only lasts for like 10 minutes. You can literally, every 10 evals you blow, you could have spent on learning my strategy and system, and then focus on psychology, and you would just be profitable and already been at a payout by now. A long, long time ago. 10 evals. 10 out of 280. Think about it, man. You took 280 evals. The cost of 10 evals to get the course and learn something that works is like nothing. That's 3% of the total you spent on evals on a course. It's crazy, man. Nothing I can say right now is going to help you, though, until you decide to help yourself. Oh, Karar, I know Kyle. What's up? Are you Kyle's friend or something? Or Kilu Q? I talked to him a bit. I don't know him personally, like RL, but we've talked. We've talked. I've seen his trading stuff online. So we've talked a bit. He was asking me a bit stuff about like algo trading and such from me, but okay, that's cool. You're learning from him. Nice. How's he teaching, by the way? I never joined his stuff or anything. We're just like apprentices or whatever, however you say that word. We're just buddies. We don't talk that much anymore, but we used to. Oh, and it was just strictly trading that we talked about, to be honest. It was just straight trading. Easy shorts, NQ at 0.81. 0.81. Okay, nice. You got that short from up there. Cool. We had a major SMT today with ES. ES basically did not take out that low. Made equal lows. But NQ is pumping, so is ES. I'm telling y'all, man, we might be able to get this today. New York session high sweep right here. Run all this. We'll see. Now, if you hold, it depends if you hold this. If we don't hold this, we can take out these highs and at least come to the 5-minute. If you're wondering how I'm drawing this stuff up, it's automatic. It's on my indicator. So it's a 7-day free trial if you want to try out the indicator or just commit to it. It's only $49 a month and you get access to 6 indicators. And these are indicators I use on a daily. They literally draw everything for me, so I don't have to do much manual work when it comes to trading. So to me, it's really worth it. And again, it's something that I created in sync with my strategy I teach. So basically, it'll help you out. And then if you get the private mentorship, I recently added this feature, but everyone that gets the private mentorship 101, there's only one spot left for that right now. But whoever gets that last spot, you also get lifetime access to indicators. So you have them for lifetime. So that's like a $100 value right there. Don't break a computer, my incredible happy. Come on, man. I saw some dude on Twitter today. He posted, bro. He broke his monitor because he blew an account or something. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to say it's not that serious, but like, okay, if it's a personal account, then sure. But if it's a fun account, you can always get another one. But I mean, if that was his last $10, then I guess so, man. But still, you're just gonna lose more money breaking your monitor. Breaking your computer's even worse. Bro, you can buy my course like 3 times breaking your computer. That's crazy. You can gift 2 other people a course in the chat if you break your computer. Can I just copy your trades? I feel like I'm so focused on money. You should have been on the other streams, man. The other streams, I was live trading for, I think 7 or 8 total streams right now. 9. That's what I'm seeing right now. And 6 of those 9 streams, I was taking trades live. So you should have been there for those, but obviously that's in the past already. And those lives, for those wondering, I ended green for all of them. But don't copy trade, man. You gotta learn. When you're asking me to copy trade, you're still focused on the money. You're still focused on the money, my guy. You gotta stop, bro. Yeah, pack it up, bro. You gotta put the you might have to put the fries in a bag for a bit. I'm gonna be honest, man. Put the fries in a bag. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're wasting time and money, my guy. You would have made more money working at McDonald's right now. No offense, but it's the truth. You gotta switch to reality. Reality is you need to learn before you earn. As someone told me back then, a long time ago, I heard online. You first learn, you take the L away, then you earn. That's what trading literally is. You know, you used to take L's, that's why you learn, and then once you stop taking L's and learn a system that actually works, you threw the L and you start earning. You will, trust me, my guy, Micro Happy, if you just lock in, get the course, my 100 risk course, learn my entire strategy, go through my content, and then just backtest, because there's the profitable backtest my strategy. You can't go wrong with it. It's impossible to be unprofitable with my strategy unless you have no discipline and you're still like taking random trades. But if you're not doing that, even with my strategy, you have a buffer, wiggle room to make some emotional mistakes, you can still come out green. So, and also the thing with trading is you will make back everything you lose. Like if you have a really good first profit month, you will basically make back all the money you lost. Give it 1 to 3 months. Let's say a 3-month period. You can literally make back all the money you've lost from trading within 3 months once you master the skill. A lot of people, you may be really close, but you're not making the right decisions to get to fix that little gap between you right now and profitability. So people are just stuck there forever. And I'm telling you, my incredible happy, it's every day that's ticking, you're losing time and money. You gotta figure out what you want to do with your life. And I'm telling you, the reason why you can't do this anymore is literally because you are focused on the money. You have to learn first. Oh, guys, look at that, bro. I know I didn't take the long, but this was my long idea. If you just check the private group chat with the course members, I said you could look for a long. If anyone's waiting for a long, I'd wait for a lower PY to hit first. So I'll send it to you guys here on public for you guys that don't believe me. I wrote this at 11:58 or 11:47. So that's why we were able to avoid these losses here, guys. If you just follow my trade ideas and what I tell you guys also in the course. The PY I was looking to long from was here, which hit. We never got confirmation, and we hit the one right below, waiting for a lower PY to hit first, and boom. Now you get your long here, and you're already in major profit right now. This is probably 5 risk reward right now with the impulse delivery model that I teach. Now, I said on my anticipation draw, I'm not trading right now. I'm done, guys, for a day. It's been a great day for me. Incredible trading, but if I was still trading, my draw would be New York session high, or you could just TP here because we did mitigate this right here. And this is the origin. Yeah, we mitigated the origin right there. But I'll use this one because this is right after trailing liquidity. So we ran through a ton of liquidity. That's why we're getting this major reaction here. Now, what happened here with this pump? This might not be news. You know, the market, like, yes, fundamentals drives technicals, but technicals can still tell me what fundamentals are looking. Like, for example, if we're going up in the market, we're obviously fundamentally looking good, right? There's no doubt about it. Let's see. Oh, okay. No, this was news. Okay, my fault, y'all. I stopped trading for a day, so I didn't care about news that came later. This is FOMC economic projections. We had red folder news. Okay. See, this is not something I looked at just because it didn't affect my trading. It doesn't matter to me. I was done trading. But there it is, right, guys, right here. 2:30 or 2 o'clock was the first one. So this is the 2 o'clock data wick right here, basically. Hence why we had such a big push. But again, like I tell you guys, you would be in entry using my strategy down here. You'd be longing down here already in major profits. So news here, you could have just held and have your stop loss at break even. You would have hit TP. Micro happy. Just go through the old live streams. I have 6 of them or 5 of them that took live trades. Or you can ask the course members. You can go through reviews. I have reviews on my WAP, all sorts of things. But no trade. Okay, by the way, if you guys didn't know, no trading tomorrow. No trading tomorrow. Mattis, hello. Those POIs are from indicators, or you draw them. So look, these right here. Like, I drew this one mainly here, but I don't need to draw this. It's all automatic with my indicator. So if we go back in time here, look, if we go back in time here, let me hide this. You see these blue boxes? These are POIs literally drawn in live. This is not hindsight trading, guys. This is literally live, right? And once the alert gets hit, you know, TradingView will send you an alert if you use the alert system in my indicators. They all have alerts basically. And once the alert gets hit, you can hop on the chart, look for my entry model, and just take the trade. It's as simple as that. I don't complicate anything once you learn my strategy. And once the boxes hit, the PYs hit, they disappear. And if you just uncheck this, show only active zones, the boxes go back. You see this? It draws out all the boxes and it filters them also as well for you. You can filter it based on size, based on the average daily range or volatility of the day. So where is it? If you have different filtering systems, I have all the manual calculations here already built for you. Or you can also filter based on time frames, right? You can show different time frame PYs while you're still on the 1 minute. Like you see the 5 minute right here, right? You see a 5 minute here, 5 minute here. You don't even need to switch time frames. It literally does everything for me. This indicator took like 6 to 1 year or 6 months to 1 year to finalize, because I finished most of it within 6 months roughly. And then I had to optimize and add a few more filtering systems to it to make it perfect. So that's where it is now. 1 year of hard work, I finally got it done. So this is not easy at all to do, but I got everything done and it literally works perfectly. There's also 50% discount and premium calculations. So whether or not you take internal continuations with my strategy or you focus on the external structure, which is what I focus on, I enable 50% calculations. So let me just hide all those already hit PYs so you don't get distracted. So I usually have it when I'm live trading on just where is it? I have it so it doesn't show. It shows only active zones. Therefore, my chart's not cluttered up. But anyway, let's go back now. Let's go back here now. Here's where price currently is. So if you just TP'd after trend liquidity with my strategy, your entry would be here. So that's 0.09% stop loss, and your TP, let's say TP right at trend liquidity, that's 34. That is about four risk reward right there. So if you just do that twice, you can basically pass the challenge. There's a question I missed earlier. Oh, Carson, very much of the live stream is unemployed. I mean, that's what traders are, right? That's really what I do. I'm basically unemployed, just trading at home. That's it. Not doing anything else. FOMC median forecast still shows 50 BPS of rate cuts in 2025. I don't really care about fundamentals for me, so. Let's see. Is ES better than NQ regarding your data, or what is the reason for trading ES specifically? Mike asked this. A lot of people ask me this. It's the only reason literally is because I started trading ES. I've been trading ES for several years now. So it's just something I'm comfortable with. I never really traded NQ that much. I can if I want to. NQ is more volatile, but I literally, when I started trading my journey, the first thing I traded was basically ES. But it was on SPY option contracts. So for those that don't know what that is, you can look it up. But basically ES is the same thing as ES. SPY and ES is the same thing. So literally is the thing I first started trading out with. So I never really changed it because, it's not broke. It works. So don't change things up if it's not broken. That's usually why I go by. But I will be trying to obviously look through. I've been looking through NQ recently, There's some trades recently that took off NQ because of S&Ts and such. You can check them out in the course members only chat. I should have posted the setups with the NQ, but for the most part, it's still mainly ES for me. And again, it's just a familiarity thing. You can start out with NQ and it's literally the same strategy. And also back then, I didn't trade with both charts up. So back then, I literally had just ES up and I was still trading fine. So you don't need to have both if you don't want to. ES is better volume, which is why people on live accounts prefer ES, I think at least. Is ES better than NQ regarding your data? But yeah, in terms of data, there's not really a better or worse. It's basically roughly the same thing. I've collected 680 trades on my live trades, my journal. So if you guys get the journal, private trading journal, you'll see access. You'll get access to literally 680 of my past trades for the 9 months. for the past 9 months is what I meant. 680 individual trades that document and journal literally every single thing. So you could literally look through the entries. You could try to figure things out, but I would recommend most people to get the course first so you learn it, and then once you get the journal, you can understand everything else clearer. Otherwise, the journal may be a little bit confusing if you don't know my strategy. Oh, what's up, Eric? I think you're new here. 680 trades in 9 months is crazy. Yeah, not based on my data, but it depends on how you trade, you know. That's around 75 trades a month. But that's also including December, and December is slower, so less trades, I believe, I took in December. But don't forget, Eric, I also trade 4 assets, so I wouldn't say I'm scalping. I also trade 4 assets at the time. So I was trading ES, gold, oil, and Euro USD. So I was literally trading 4 different things. So if you're just trading one thing, all I'm taking is 18 trades a month. So it's actually not that crazy if you break it down, because most people are just trading one asset. So it's like 1 trade a day. It's not much. Let's see. What other question do we have? Mike, wrote you something regarding the mentorship and WAP. Maybe you can take a look. Yeah, for sure. I'll look at it in just a few seconds. Can you live trade one day next week? I want to see your reaction before I pull a trade on your course. Already answered that. You coded yourself. Yeah, I coded these indicators myself. I didn't hire anyone. That's why it took so long. I feel like if I hired someone, probably easier. But the thing is, I didn't want to give, I guess there's no secret, I guess, in terms of strategy, but I just didn't want to give away too much to like a random person. So I would rather do it myself and figure things out. I would say the hardest one to code was probably the POI. Daily bias was not too bad to code. Encoding visuals are easy to code, but it's the functionality that's the hard part. There's a lot of logic that goes behind it. Kill zones I had some problems with kill zone in terms of it used to show the range value, but now it doesn't because there was some glitching with it, so I deleted it. And session name positioning, it kind of annoyed me, but that wasn't too bad. IFEGs was all right, but main thing was probably POI. But once I built the POI, because POI was basically one of the first ones I made. Once I built the POI indicator, or ETU POI indicator, everything else became easier because I already had knowledge and skills from building the hardest one. And also I was able to implement like certain filtering systems that I had already in the POI indicator to the IFEG indicator, because IFEG also has a filter for sizing. And it also has a filter for 50% calculation that they can copy and paste from POI indicator, because I trade this. This is exactly how I trade. And then obviously I added one more little thing, which is the FEG mode. So for people that trade fair value apps, you can use that too. But I don't trade those. Yeah, 4 assets at once. I don't trade 4 assets at once anymore now though. I have to manage a group in trading, and that takes effort. And I trade multiple accounts, so I just trade 2 right now. Honestly, for the most part in New York session, I'm mainly focused on just one, ES. And then Asia session, I'm trading gold. But I took some good trades today on gold. Off a 30-minute supply. If you guys just joined and wondering what trades I took today, I just took a quick scalp off the 30-minute supply just for one risk reward. Okay. I was actually looking for potentially these highs to get ran, but I wasn't too confident, so I just took a quick scalp here in case for some reason I get manipulated. But you can see obviously played out in hindsight, but I don't trade hindsight. I got one risk reward there. I took a break even here based on momentum with the IFG setup after we swept liquidity here, and it hit at 15 minutes. So if you guys go to 15 minute, and my indicator would have marked this out, but I don't have it enabled on the indicator currently. Like if I enabled 15 minute zones, it would show, but I didn't have it enabled. I don't like to clutter my charts too much, but there's the 15 minute there. It hit the 15 minute, unfortunately, before the 5 minute. So I did not TP in time. So here, let me refine this. This is the 5 minute here. What you saw earlier was the 15 minutes, so it literally missed it because it reacted off the 15 minute and hit my break even. I just re-entered when I got my entry model again with my strategy and got 3 risk reward. Same target, I kept the same target, 5 minute POI, and I was done here. You could have taken this short with my strategy. It played out, as you can see, but I was done here. And then for ES, I just took an origin setup here with the SMT. We swept a low on NQ. I took an impulse delivery model, which is what I teach, for 5 risk reward. Now, ideally in hindsight, again, like I said, I don't trade in hindsight, but it did run double the risk reward, and you know, it's okay. I'm okay with that because I anticipated we had a draw on liquidity 30-minute, but also I understand the risk tolerance, right? The risk is if we come back for a mitigation, if it does want to sweep this low, even though it's tapping just POI and then go higher, I'll get hit out at break even. So, therefore, I'd rather just, you know, just TP early in case that does happen, because I would 100%, if price came back down here and tapped into these POIs here, 100%. I'm taking that trade, going long here anytime, any day with my entry model. But it never came back down there, so I didn't get a way to re-enter this long. And the draw on liquidity was a 30-minute, which is very obvious. I teach this in the course why. It's a super obvious draw on liquidity. And then from there, the 30-minute, I decided to take a B setup, which worked in this case. For 2 risk reward, I just noticed some of the B setups recently were playing out, so I decided to take a B setup. If you took my OB entry model, you would have banked so much. Man, I wonder if anyone did take it. You would have made 9 risk reward, and it obviously went 18 risk reward later if you used my OB entry model, but I didn't wait for that. I wasn't patient enough, to be honest. So I just took the IFG setup, unfortunately, but you know, it's okay. What model do you use? Do you trade using ICT? I don't really watch too much of ICT stuff. I'd say my strategy is more similar to SMC concepts, but honestly, I don't know the difference. But I trade mitigation and expansion phases in cycles. So the way I view price also depends on delivery, which is not something I've seen on YouTube. So it's not the same, but you can say it's SMC related for sure though. Like liquidity is for the most part the same. I trade daily range. I don't know what OSOK is, to be honest. But whatever works for you, man. If you have an edge, just stick to it. Like if you're profitable, you're profitable. But yeah, I don't scalp. Eric, I just saw your question. I don't scalp. I'm intraday. I just trade. You trade once a week? Oh, trading weekly. Oh. What's it called? I don't scalp. The only scalp today was this for 1 risk reward. But you can see for the most part, I'm trying to cash the expansion. I'm trying to cash the big moves, the main moves in the intraday setting. So most of my trades aren't scalps in terms of a few minutes they hit TP. They usually take 30 minutes. So it's not like a scalp, because some people scalp seconds and they hit TP within like a minute. But I'd rather have the ability to make more and put less effort. So I'm putting less effort in and potentially making more. Potentially, I'm not saying I will make more, because there are some scalpers that could be extremely good. So I'm not gonna say that, but you know, the low input that I'm putting in terms of effort into trading and getting high output results is what I like about my trading system, and I've never changed it since. So I've not changed my system since. I don't learn really new stuff anymore on the internet. There's no need to. I think I found really the best thing that suits me, and it's worked best objectively. Even my students have done back testing, and it's worked extremely well in terms of back testing. You can get an EV value, go on the website, use the EV calculator. You can, here, let me post it here. Here's the EV calculator. You can calculate basically how well your system is from a performance standpoint in terms of like risk reward. So my system has like a 1.6, 1.8 EV. So it's extremely good. So that's why I've stuck to it and never really changed it since. I only optimize, but there's only so much you can optimize. I made a YouTube video discussing that. I'm not going to get too in depth into optimization, but there's ways to optimize your strategy to make it better. What's your win rate trading intraday? I only trade intraday. I don't swing trade or really scalp often, but my win rate, what does that mean? But my win rate usually sits around 60 to 65. And my risk reward is 3 to 4. So sometimes it varies. You can see I only got 2 risk reward here because of my entry model. If I used my other entry model, it would have been a 9 risk reward trade here. So I usually don't get 9 risk reward often, but it did play out for 9 risk reward here. So whoever that took my setup here with my second entry model, you would have made 9 risk reward. Same trading idea, but it's all good. Can't complain. So today I had no losers today. So it was just a break even, 2 wins and 2 wins. So today I'm up 7, 8. I'm up 11 risk reward today. So I'm up quite a bit today. My average winning day is like 7, so 11's almost double. I bet money you came from poker. Lol, not many traders talking about EV. Eric, that's a good point. That's a very good guess, my guy. Very good guess. I came from poker. No, I didn't actually come from poker. I learned about EV because I mean it's pretty. I thought it was basic statistics you learn in school, but I guess a lot of traders are dumb on the internet. I don't know. There's some fraud traders, so they don't even know anything about statistics. But yeah, EV is so much more important than profit factor or like anything. EV is literally the raw performance of a trading system. It factors in win rate and risk reward. Having a win rate alone means nothing. Having a risk reward alone means literally nothing either. So EV is literally what you're looking for an edge. So yeah, but I do understand what you mean by poker though, because poker traders or poker players, I assume they definitely focus on EV, right? Because you have to know that what you're trading or strategy you're using will come out green. Otherwise, it's like, why trade something that doesn't come out green? You need an EV above 0 to win. If you what's it called? What was I gonna say? In trading on a live account, for example, you're gonna need a higher than 0 EV because of commissions, and if you're trading forex, you have spread. How do you know to target 1R, 2R, 3R? I teach it in the course. I teach everything in the course. I don't target static risk reward. It's not a static risk reward. It's a specific technical area where price can literally reverse from. And it's extremely specific. Like there's times where I can literally bottom tick and top tick. Like for example, this isn't a bottom tick, whatever some people call bottom tick, literally get the exact price, but this is basically catching an exact bottom. Yep, it's all probabilities in EV. Yeah, you have to understand that as a trader. A lot of people don't, so they tilt when they go on like a losing streak of 4. I'll pull something up. Guys, if you guys just join a free Discord. I have some math stuff in there, some statistics, basic intro statistics stuff I think would help with your mindset when you're actively trading. Also have some technical stuff in there too. So nothing doesn't hurt to join the free Discord. Did I pin it? I did not pin it. Okay. And then I'm going to answer. I'm gonna answer Michael's question in a second here, guys. So give me 1 second. Oh, why did it send that? Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Go back here. Alright, if you want the direct link also to the course. Bro, it copied the Discord star. Alright, give me a second. I have to remove this, bro. Does that work? I think it does. There's a direct link to my WAP to get the course if you're interested in getting that and learning my strategy. But I go through everything. There's most people when after they finish like the actual entire course, they usually don't have questions for me. And it's just because there's so much content in the course. I cover everything, like trade management, where to TP specifically, when to TP far, when to keep it conservative, different mechanical ways of TPing major trades. There's so many things in the course. I think it's like 40 plus hours of content right now, so it's a lot. I have micro habit. The indicators are separate. It's not included in the course. It's just because the amount of time I spent making them. Like originally I made them for myself, but because originally I made the indicators just for myself. I wasn't selling them at all at the time. My channel was also pretty small, so I wasn't selling it. I just used it for myself, and then I realized there's too much. The $3.99 price with the current discount already is like already extremely cheap for what you get in the course in terms of content. There's really stuff I teach in the course that you will not find online, and I promise you that. There's strategies. There's certain setups, like I have a secondary setup that I trade as well. It's in a course. You won't find that setup anywhere on YouTube because that's something I learned from just journaling. And I promise you, if you find that setup on YouTube, let me know because I promise you, you won't. And I actually used to have a free video on this setup, so some people that were OG members actually saw the setup for free on YouTube, but I deleted it, or I pirated the video since it's not on YouTube anymore. I just felt like it was too valuable to keep on YouTube for free. But the stuff on YouTube though, I teach, it's the beginner level stuff, for free. People that are new to trading, it's gonna help you. I just got break even on my long on NQ. Where'd you enter? Break even? So your entry was around here? You should have ideally just TP'd with the news candle, Because news gives you that volatility. And there's a lot of times where news on that exact candle, it hits the target and it will do the reversal. Like for example, if price truly wants to go to New York session high, it should have just shot up with this wick here and took out New York session high with that news release. But that doesn't mean we can't have a mitigation cycle here and then go back up, But I'm done trading here. Yeah, you got greedy for sure, bro. You definitely got greedy. And if you knew that news was coming, man, definitely wouldn't. I mean, you can have, the thing is for news, you can have your TP set here, but once you see the news candle did not go that far towards that TP, you just want to mainly close. You re-entered though, not gonna lie. See, re-entries are not bad, it just depends on how you re-entered. But usually you do want to get the first initial entry. Usually you get the best price. But you said you bottom ticked it. Okay, nice. So you bottom ticked it. Oh, right, because what's it called? Kyle. I know he does bottom top taking. I think I've seen some of his trades. Not entirely specific, but how much does he sell his course, or what does he sell? I forgot. I think he sells a mentorship, right? I don't think he sells a course. Some people say that there's a distinction between the two, but it's not always that's not always the truth. How much does he sell his? But I don't follow, honestly. Kyle is probably one of the few people I follow, but I don't really follow too many, or friend too many other traders on YouTube or on social media. There's just a lot of fakes. What other questions we have here? Mike, I risk very low on my personal, 0.5% or less per trade. But usually you do want to compound, and then obviously when number gets big, it's a psychological battle, and it's better to lower your risk. Because for example, let's say you're trading let's say a trader grows their personal to 200K, and let's say there's another trader with a 100K account. You guys can both make the same amount of money, but the 200K trader can literally half his risk. So your drawdown is literally cut in half, which is a lot. You guys might not expect, but drawdown matters a lot, right? In terms of being able to manage drawdown. If you can't manage drawdown, that's not good. It's not good because you can blow your account if you can't manage drawdown. Also, your risk management should be on point too by then. But basically, yeah, you can literally have the same output but have twice as less input, so your risk is literally cut in half and still make the same amount. You don't have to keep continuously upping the risk. There's no need to. Yep, it's all probabilities in EV, yeah. But yeah, Michael, happy. I forgot to answer your question. I probably got ADHD or something. I'd be switching stuff all the time, or topics, but basically, yeah, I think I already explained that. Indicators are separate. Unless you get the one-on-one mentorship, you get access to all the indicators for free. Lifetime access to all of them. So no more monthly payments or anything. You just get it for free, lifetime. It's a new thing I recently decided to implement to help the people that already know my strategy and system, because it'll just automate things easier for you. I have alerts. I'll show you guys here. I have just predefined alerts using my indicator for sessions, at least when a session, session sweeps and pre-say high and low sweeps. Because that's also another mechanical thing you can use in trading. It's a Mento. Okay. I like Mentos too. Back in the day. FOMC is coming. Never traded this. Never trade this news. Okay, so I'm assuming you're new to trading, Robert, then? But I like to watch what's going on in charts. Yeah, for sure, man. Tape reading is always good, you know? Like, for example, I will even tape read at times. Like, once I'm done trading and I'll find really great setups I have high conviction in, I just tape read. And what I mean by tape reading is literally basically, for example, you can mark out your entry model. So my entry model here will be here. And you can just mark out your entry model and where you TP, usually, right? And then you can just basically, it's like paper trading, but it's not even, you're not even paper trading. You're just like putting a position tool just to see if your strategy works or plays out for your trade idea, you know, without risking real money. Because I'm already done trading today, guys. I already made 11 rewards. It's a lot. The more you stay on the charts, also, it's a psychological battle, right? Let's say I take this loss here. For some reason, it's long loss. Let's say I took a loss here. Let's say I take a for some reason, let's say I take a long here. I'm just giving an example. Let's say I took a short here, actually. Took a long here. Take 2 losses. This is when people might potentially go on tilt. It really depends how good you are at dealing with your emotions. But that's like when you can wipe out all your gains in a single day. It's not good. So usually if I'm up a lot on a day, I just call it and just be like, I'm done. Main training at FTMO. Okay, cool. Oh, I see. Yeah, some firms, they ban news trading. There's like a certain time limit rule. I think it's like 5 minutes or something before and after news, but that makes sense. So ideally, if you were in my long with my strategy, you just mainly close them before the news, which is fine. Still would have been a winning trade. 2 minutes. Okay, makes sense. Before and after news. Yeah, that makes sense. Favorite asset to trade? I started with ES, then I learned gold. Not learned. I traded gold. Then I got into Euro USD, or in futures at 6E, and then I got into crude oil. Crude oil is definitely the most volatile for sure, by far. Euro USD, I'm gonna be honest, it's quite slow. I feel like it's slower than ES. Let's see if the members. Okay, so one of our members, 1144, he said he took the IFU short. 1144. Oh, he responded to my message later because I sent the picture of the entry earlier at 11. Okay, yeah. So one of our members also took the short. Let's see, one of our other members, Mike or M. I'm on streamer mode, just I can't see their full name on Discord. He took a 8RR on gold. That's impressive. That's a lot. You got 3 back-to-back-to-back winners on gold. I think this was 5 a.m. Okay, so this is London session. And we got some new people joining the Discord. Just make sure these people joining are not bots too. No offense, but there's been bots joining my Discord, and then they later changed their name to my name, and it's really annoying to have to deal with them. So I do individually check accounts from time to time, make sure. But it's up to you guys. You know, you gotta use some common sense. If someone DMs you trying to say it's me, and it's not me, obviously, then you gotta lock in. Can't be getting scammed nowadays in 2025. Should know about all the scams nowadays. I know they come out with new ones all the time probably, but you gotta just be aware, be careful. I would never ask you guys for money in DMs. That's one thing for certain though, because they're obviously after your money. So just in general rule, I will never DM and ask you for money unless you want to pay with crypto, but that's you DMing me first. So for the course, for those that don't know, WAP does take a commission, a fee from the buyer and the seller. So I take a % cut in terms of split with WAP in terms of profit. So I pay a fee with WAP, and then also the buyer and WAP also pays a fee. So for some reason, if you guys want to buy the course like without the fees and how to deal with all that, you can just pay with crypto, Bitcoin. and then you can just message me if you want to set that up. We can do that, and then once you pay, I'll give you a coupon code and gives you 100% access to everything. So that's another way that I've done it in the past with a few students that didn't want to pay the fees on WAP. Let's see if ES right here goes for a new session high. That was my original draw on liquidity. We'll see. News unfortunately did not get there, but we'll see if we can get there. And I know who said that. Carr said he re-entered already. I assume you mean break even you hit break even or you set to break even. But anyway, I hope you're in the long. We'll see what happens. We just mitigated 1 minute supply, and we'll see. Let's see if there's any other questions I missed here. My stream's kind of delayed. Hold on. You jinxed me. Oh, yo, that's crazy. I mean, dude, you could have still TP'd here at the supply. You don't have to hold for that. Well, you probably got hit out at break even, my guess there. The short today, I was just a little sussed about on ES. Just because we were kind of consolidating here, which means we'll get a big move. Every time we get consolidation, we will get a big move. It's just the odds of getting a big move down was going to be lower. Just because my draw later was higher, so I don't know, we'll see, but it did play out today. Luckily, that's also why on gold I just took a scalp. Yeah, Carr, dude, what if I told you I was in a sell position right now going against you? I'm just playing. Market makers out here going crazy. Okay, I'm gonna answer. Oh, someone messaged me. All right, Michael, I'm gonna get to your question now, since I just saw it right here. Let me mute my mic. Give me 1 second. Alright, I am back. It is 2:36. Hey, nice to meet you, Robert. I see you just joined the Discord. We have a few people joining. All right, Michael. Don't know if you're online or on the stream right now, but I just answered your question that you sent me in a DM. So check that out. Well, for the most part, if course members have any questions, you can DM, not DM me. You can send a message in the course members only chat if you have any questions about the trade setting today. But in terms of mechanical, these are very mechanical. There's no discretion here that you can really take in terms of not taking these trades. So yeah, see what happens here. Gold created a new range here. So you just swept this high. My entry model came here. You could have took that, going short. But I'm done. None of that matters to me. For those that just joined, these are the trades I took today. Okay, two winners, and then I had a break even. Unfortunately, that later hit TP, but that's why I re-entered after it went back to break even. And then these are the ratings for these setups. This was just a scalp, so it doesn't matter too much in terms of ratings. This was like a B in post delivery. This here was an A setup here, not an A+. We didn't really have a sweep here, so this is probably an A setup, just a mitigation cycle to go to the 5 minute. And then in terms of setup rating here, this one here is an A just because we had an SMT, right? And we had a clear draw. And then here is just a B setup because it is counter trend. And you can see price is still going back up. We'll see. I honestly do still believe in New York session high. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. You guys can have your own opinion, but I still believe in New York session high getting taken at some point. I just don't see anything to the downside for price. Oh, not financial advice, by the way. Not financial advice that's gonna go New York session high. That's just my personal opinion from my experience. Like if I was seeing this trade, news, if I knew news was here, I'd TP here and I'd look for a re-entry here. My TP, you could, like I said, TP at 1 minute supply or at that internal high or internal swing point, or at this ultimate New York session high is the ultimate goal of price. But this is just tape reading right now. But my setups were present here, so you could think of just a long and just another long here. Both would have went TP. You could have passed like a combine potentially if you risked a little bit more on those two longs there. Karar, are you still in your long? Hit back break even. There was a re-entry as well. You did go back to break even too. But let's see if ES hits it or NQ hits it first. There's not really, don't see any other SMT later throughout the day. ES is closer than NQ. But you can, oh, this is also a data wick play. So if you wanted to use this just a strip data wick play, you could have just taken that and took this long too, without any other context. That would be an A+ setup. Still in TP at data high. W, man. W mans, bro. It's close, man. It's close. Only a few points away. See, when price, if you're in my entry here, short, for example, on gold, you just hold. But like, once I see something like this, and I'm not in the trade yet, I just don't trade. You guys should probably learn that. That's just a straight, easy pro tip. Don't trade if you get chopped like this. It's not worth it, from my experience. You're gonna need a wider stop loss. There's more manipulation. You can get wiped out a lot easier. Karar, you might have to start blowing on the candle, my boy. Start blowing. The candle blowing method goes crazy. Oh, I misnamed the Discord channel. I meant to say trading setups is in my physical setup, huh? Okay. All good. I'll just leave it there. Who cares? I'll do a trading video setup. If you guys are interested, we gotta mitigate this fair value gap. Yeah, to me it doesn't matter. That inversing to me doesn't matter. I'm gonna be honest. I can't read that language, and I don't want to say anything that means something. Can't read that language. I only know English. What does this mean? Oh, best regards, Robert. All right, I guess that means see ya. I'll see you later, man. Oh, it means greets. Oh, y'all from the same place, or you guys know each other. I'm so confused, bro. I'm so lost. What's going on, bro? Thank you. Take it? No, it didn't take it either. Thank you. Missed it. Yo, Car, is Kyle live streaming right now? Or is he like on call right now? Are you with him right now? I think the last time I talked to him was like a month ago. It was on like TikTok or something. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I got a notification from TradingView. Oh, someone started following me, bro. Yeah. You guys want to check out what the indicators look like? Just go to my TradingView, or yeah, TradingView profile. It should be under scripts. I had to private it though, so I don't know if you'll see it actually. Nah, your TP didn't get edged. Let's see. See if he comes back from here. Gold is going lower now. So ES theoretically should be going up. They are somewhat inversely correlated with gold, but we'll see. Zoom out. So we hit the 30-minute supply on NQ, and well, it hit on both ES and NQ. But there was the SMT from earlier. Obviously, I took on ES. It's stronger. So this was the long I took earlier. I will be posting a trade recap. Let's get this stream to 10 likes, and I'll record the trade recap right after stream. We're 3 likes away. I don't think the likes actually matter for a YouTube algorithm, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it has any significance, but who cares? I'm gonna move the chat over here. I'll move this over here. How many monitors do you guys trade with? Just curious. I'm gonna record a setup video sometime soon for YouTube. I have the thumbnail and everything ready. Honestly, my setup is nothing crazy. I don't have like 50 million monitors. I just have two monitors, a pretty big table, desk, a laptop. Laptop is because I wanted everything centralized on one device, so I got rid of the PC and just put everything on a laptop. Got the microphone, keyboard, ring light, the camera. Used to have a microphone boom arm that would come like right in front of my face, but I don't think it holds up the Blue Yeti well. Because Blue Yeti's definitely heavier than my old mic, a Blue Yeti X. I'll get 2 monitors when I am profitable. Not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. If you're still in long, we have to go up from here, like right now. We just swept that low. On the seconds, it's literally just a normal sweep. On the 1 minute, it looks choppy as hell. But yeah, y'all don't need 2 monitors or whatever to be profitable. You can literally just use it. Dude, some people are profitable off their phone. I want to suggest it because if you lose connection during a trade, you're cooked. But try to preferably connect to Ethernet or something if you're trading. But for the most part, you should also, anyway, have your stop loss at TP set like as soon as you enter a trade, so that shouldn't be a big problem. Because you never know if something happens in a market, especially news, could really mess you up. I'm trading a high risk reward system, so like if I don't have a stop loss set and for some odd reason the market goes against me like immediately, instantly, then I can take like a 2 to 3 R loss instead of a 1 R loss. MacBook, LG 49-inch ultra wide monitor, perfect set. Oh, ultra wide. All right. I was thinking about getting an ultra wide instead of 2 monitors. Just have a huge, massive ultra wide. Do you like it? What's your thoughts on the ultra wide? Because I was thinking, because it's so like, I don't know. I just felt like maybe the resolution would look weird. And it's probably curved, right? I think most ultra wides are curved. And my monitors are curved, but it's not like curved that much. It's only slight. If you're wanting to upgrade, make sure it's strictly OLED. What's the other version? Just normal LED. I honestly, I forgot. I used to remember the differences in like that stuff. I don't remember what the difference is anymore. I know there is TN panels and IPS panels, and I believe IPS is what you want. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Sick. How much is a new MacBook? I never used a Mac. Well, I have, but I never like actually used one like for a period of time. I've just been Windows straight up my whole life, basically. never really got used to the Mac. But I honestly respect it. I understand like why people would have Macs. It's more professional. Interface is cleaner, but I've just gotten so used to Windows, never really found the need to switch. And also, I think there's some programs you can't even install on the Mac. Don't remember exactly why, but there is that too. But I believe it's because of security. I think it's because of security settings in Mac. Just like how iPhone has their own security system built in, versus Android where you can open source it or jailbreak it. Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah, if your whole family is like iPhone, whatever, I will say Apple does have a great ecosystem. Like I'm using AirPods right now. It connects to like any Apple device and such like perfectly. No delay, nothing. You can get iCloud. Obviously, is basically the same as Google Storage, I assume. So it's like you get everything in one place. Never speaking on my trades until it hits TP. It's all good, man. You just have to know you had a more aggressive TP. If you just scalp it, it would have been a winner. So, sometimes that pays off, some other times it doesn't. So, just like for example, my gold short today, I only made one risk reward even though it ran 4. It's just a thing of win rate and R inverse correlation. You just have to accept. It's just probabilities. You can't really get pissed over it. The market's always right. And that's basically the point of trading. It's nice to catch it live, bro. Appreciate it, man. For sure. Oh my gosh, we're dumping off that trend line liquidity. Wow. Wow. Okay. Sheesh. Situations like this, people that scalp, the thing is, if you have a very good draw on liquidity, you can hold for a full target. I don't partial. I know some traders partial. I don't ever partial my trades. I have very high conviction in my targets, so I usually just hold the whole thing or break even. But if your draw is very clear, you have a high conviction of it, you go for the high risk reward or the whole target. If you're not, like for example, my conviction on the gold short wasn't too high, so I just scalped it. For me personally, I'm a bigger fan of like scalping. Either you make one risk reward or you go for the higher RR and set and forget than to take a break-even trade. Break-evens are harder to re-enter. When you re-enter break-evens, you tend to also get a worse price too. So you have less room to manage your trade if it goes wrong again. And when you break even, it basically means you're trying out the same trade idea twice in a row. And of course, it doesn't mean the first time it failed in a sense, but it's just you're basically trying the same thing twice, which is less variance in your trading system. Better to give it like more, what's it called? I don't re-enter often, but unless I get a whole mitigation cycle and price did go back to the origin or a flip, for example, then yeah, that's not a re-entry for me. A re-entry would be like if we get manipulation and it comes back to hit me out break even without going to my at least conservative TP I teach in a course originally, then that's like when I would be considered a re-entry. Otherwise, I don't consider mitigation cycles re-entries. It's a whole different trade idea. Once I got an OL type screen on Nobbler, going back to LCD. Oh, so OLED is bad. Wait, what? Oh wait, no, you're saying it's. Oh, you're saying it's good. My fault. You're saying it's good. Yeah, I see what you mean now. I see what you mean. You're saying it's good. Got you. Now that the market's dumped, I don't have any draw liquidity. So whenever you guys don't see anything clear in trading, that's also another lesson. Don't take a trade. Like sometimes continuations are clear as day, other times they're not, and you just don't want to take a trade. Even if your model presents itself, it's not like good price action. Or not that it's not good price action, that's a whole different thing. It's not good context. Some people say a model is like an entry model. Others say it's just like everything, including context. I just call it. I just call it based on the entry. But an entry model alone does not make you profitable. If an entry model alone made you profitable, you would be just code a bot. Like, how can no one think of that? You can just code a bot. If it's fully mechanical with just an entry model and nothing else, you can just code a robot to trade for you with no emotions involved, and you would just print money. But it's not how trading works. Without drawing liquidity in context, you're not going to have those results. So some people think you can do that. That's just not how it works. I think in the future, when AI gets advanced enough to understand context, I mean, we have machine learning right now, to be fair, but in the future, we could potentially get something. But right now, honestly, even now, is this 80% of the market? For those that don't know this, statistically it is true. Literally 80% of the market is algorithmic. So people that say the market, there's no algorithm to market, they're lying to you. There's no, like, okay, there might not be an overall algorithm, but there's not buyers and sellers in terms of people actually clicking buy or sell. 80% of it is not that. 80% of it is algorithms doing it. It's robots. You're competing against robots, essentially. So me manually trading, or majority of you guys I assume here manually trade. Indicators is not like algorithmic trading. That's just to assist, obviously, with my manual trading. But you're literally trading against robots. So 7% TRX are made by bots. Most of this bots come from BlackRock. Oh, I don't know too much information on that, to be honest. Isn't TRX a crypto thing? What's TRX? Am I missing something? Damn, bro. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you can just look it up. It's 70-80%. Or when I saw it was 80%, but its base point is majority is bots. That's why, like, when people are saying there's buying and selling pressure, I guess, but I don't really, it's not really a thing to me. It's all just manipulation. You need to know where the market's. You need some sort of like conviction and context of where markets can go before it goes there. Otherwise, like there's if you just react off the market, it's very low chance you become profitable. Very low chance. Because if you think the market is just going to tell you where it's going to go, you're completely false. That's not the reality of the market. It's not that easy. Oh. Aladdin? Wait, I have heard of that. Hold on, I've seen a YouTube video discussing Aladdin. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute, bro. There's BlackRock selling their bot. Wait, why do they sell their bot though? That's my question. Like, see, the thing is, you guys some people fall for these scams nowadays of people selling algorithmic trading robots, not indicators. Indicators are a whole different story. Because those are to assist your manual trading. They're not to make decisions fully off of. But algorithmic bots, bro, all these people that are selling these for like $1,000 on YouTube or online, they're all scams. You just keep that to yourself if you had it worked. It says it's not directly available for the public. Customized for each individual. See, the thing with coding, like indicators, algorithms, like you guys know how the IFG is so easy to see yourself, or fair value gaps are so easy to view yourself. It's not hard to code. It's just honestly, some people just can't mechanically define it in code. But think about that, but like times 10, where you have to code like swing points. Swing points are a lot harder to code. I'm currently trying to see if I can code a SMT indicator. Probably shouldn't be too bad, but a structural indicator with a draw on liquidity, that indicator could be OP, but it's really hard to mechanically define structure in code, like super hard. Like with your eyes, like obviously duh, like for example, who doesn't know this is a low, this is a high using your eyes? It's obvious. Who doesn't know this is a high, this is a low, this is a high? Like, how can you write this in code and tell the code to distinguish that this is the high and not this is the high, or this is the low and not this is the low? Or I meant the other way around. Because the thing is, with markets, we create new structure too. This is what I talk about in the course, new value, right? Like, so for example, this is your external structure here, but we also have our internal swing structure that you can trade if we have big enough ranges. If we have small ranges like this, you don't trade this. And that's also a hard thing to distinguish in code. The difference between external and internal structure. It's really hard. I've tried, but we'll see. I mean, it might take a year. I'll add it to the indicator package if I ever can get it to be accurate enough, because I don't want to polish or publish something that's not accurate, So unless it's accurate and very close to what I see in structure, otherwise I'm not going to publish it. But these other indicators are obviously accurate in terms of they basically use what I exactly use. So, and this stream is probably not going to be posted later on YouTube because we didn't really take any live trades today, or we didn't take any live trades from the stream. It's more of a just sit down. I've gone over trades today, but that's about it. So I don't want to flood the live section on my YouTube with streams where I didn't take a trade. I did 6 other streams where I did take a trade. I keep those up. And then some streams got copyrighted. So they're blocked in certain countries. No, it sucks. It's annoying. It's music copyright. I don't really get what, I mean, I understand what copyright is, but I don't really get what they get out of it. Like, it's not, they're not even like asking you to pay money to use it. It's just like straight up you can't use it. So I was like, okay, I guess. I guess. But yeah, I'll be recording, you know, a more in-depth recap. We got one more light to go, and I'll record a recap of yesterday's trades, today's trades. I'll keep it short this time, not as long as usual. Try to simplify and concise down my content here. But I have also a few other YouTube videos scheduled as well for upload later on. So definitely look forward to those. If you don't have notifications on, turn those on so you can like get notified, not just of streams I do in the future, but also just videos in general I post later. I feel like we get like a few, like 25% of people that watch the streams are like new people every time I stream. But if you're new, join the free Discord. I have it on my website. If you're not new, feel free to just chill, whatever. Or watch, go back and watch the stream because I probably won't have this up just because we didn't take any trades live into the stream. But if you want to go back and, you know, get a quick overview of like trades I took, reasoning behind them, you know, just go. I'd recommend rewatching the stream right now before it gets taken down. So again, the reason why is I don't want to flood my live stream session without of trade or streams that didn't take a live trade in. The other streams that do take a live trade, I keep those posted on YouTube. It's just a way to show proof of concept, live trading. And then later on, I will do like exclusive paid live trading at some point, but I don't think it will be cheap. So yeah, I just wasn't too sure about that, honestly. I know a lot of YouTubers, or traders, from what I've seen, they charge like 100 to 200 a month per person for live trading, but I don't think my prices will be that. So it's gonna be higher. So honestly, I'm not even sure if I even want to do that. Unless people are willing to, I guess, sure. But I do want to. Before I even do that, I told everyone this. My like overall goal is I want to get like 50% of private mentorship students, whichever comes first. Either private mentorship students, so the one-on-one program I have, where you get weekly 1-hour calls, or the course members. At least 50% to full-time. So not just profitable, because profitability is one thing, but making trading your full-time income is the ultimate goal of everyone trying to learn trading. And so I consider personally that as a true achievement in trading. It's cool to have several payouts and stuff, but I feel like your ultimate end goal is still to go full-time, where you can rely on just trading as your income. Like for example, my income is 99% trading. So that's something I want everyone else to get to. And also, I also don't want people joining the trades or live trading that don't understand my strategy or system or taking a course yet, because you will be confused. You would have no clue what you're doing. And I'm not gonna just like go over everything, every single little thing in the live stream every single time, because that'll be annoying. And some people are just straight up gamblers too, man. I remember talking to someone. They were just like, they just full port accounts. I'm talking about fund accounts, by the way. or evals, but just like if you don't show you're profitable, there's literally no reason for you to be full porting. Unless you're consistent, you know you can get a payout after you pass. Otherwise, it's just like you're just wasting your time. There's no point. There's literally no point. I'm gonna be honest, Eric, doesn't feel like much. It's like it's the same thing with like getting profitable in trading. It's not one thing that gets you there. It's a continuous curve, so it's not a discrete curve. It's not binary. It's not like you wake up one day, you got an aha moment, you've been profitable. So some people would think of it as like, oh, you reached this monetary value, you might feel super accomplished. It's not really that. Because think about it, you got to grow your account from, let's say you start with 100K. Okay, now let's be more realistic. Here. You take some payouts, right? You put it into personal. Let's say you take, let's say you take 20K, okay? In payouts, let's say you take 40K in payouts and then you put half into a personal. I think that's probably more realistic. And obviously, because some people have a family or people to take care of, that's not me. So my living costs are obviously going to be lower in a sense when I started than others that have like kids and such. So I'm not going to go too into specifics, but let's say you grow it from 20K to 100K, then you grow from 100K to 200K, then from 200K to 300K. Like this whole time, I don't think you really feel like some like super dopamine hit because you're continuously working on getting there. It's not like you wake up and you go from 100K to a million. Some people think that's how it is when you hit 7 figures, but it's not how it works. Because you're continuously putting in effort, time, and work. It's the same. If you want to compare it, it's the same thing as people that work out like every day. If you work out every day and you look at yourself in the mirror every single day, you're not gonna be like, you'll be happy, but you won't be like, it's not gonna be some crazy like, no way my life changed kind of thing. Because you're seeing progress every single day. Just like in trading, when you grow a personal account, you're seeing your P&L, or maybe you won't get green day every day, obviously, but weekly you check in and your account's growing. But it's not like you wake up with 7 figures all of a sudden. Same thing as working out. You're seeing little things day by day, discipline and habits, following the system, and you get there. So I wouldn't say it's anything like crazy. You're not gonna get some crazy dopamine rush. Trust me. You should be enjoying the process. Like right now, you should be enjoying this process, because this process you're doing right now, especially if you can like master emotions, keep everything very disciplined in your trading, have a solidified, robust edge. You're just repeating the same thing over and over again every day. It's not anything crazy. Like once people get there, you'll understand what I'm saying. You don't feel some crazy feeling once you reach that mark. There's no difference between like you growing your account to 600K versus you growing your account to 800K in terms of how you feel. People would think people think I sit here and just like don't put in any effort and make money. It's not how it works. But I will say discipline in terms of emotions, it becomes so much easier when you build a habit of sticking to your system and seeing your system play out over and over again. That's why I tell everyone, when you learn a strategy, like even my strategy, I tell all the members, go back test my strategy once you learn it. And that's what everyone's been doing. So I'm very glad to see that, and everyone's getting great back testing results, which is what I want to see. Because you don't blindly follow what someone else tells you online. Even if I had all the proof in the world, I would never tell anyone to follow someone blindly online. Until you prove to yourself it actually works. So you backtest my system, And my members have showed their back testing in the free chat. So if you're in a Discord, you can see the free chat. You probably do Control F, look up probably back test or some keyword. You'll find members back tests, and even my back test as well. My strategy. Compare mine to theirs. You'll see it's very, very similar results. And it's not just a slight edge. I have a really big edge over the market. There's also levels to trading, you know. There's like quant firms have 8 to 9 figures of money. So like if you're comparing me to them, it's nothing. Also would recommend, once you guys do grow your account, let's say to a good size, put some of that money into a long-term account. I do have a long-term portfolio as well. It's up like 60-70% right now. Because I bought when, if you guys don't know, I bought when Trump basically, with the tariffs going on and uncertainty, I literally bought when this was tanking. And I've been basically averaging in now to the upside. So initially it was like up 78%. Now it's like 40. But definitely put like at least some money into passive income. Because you don't need to put any effort into making that passive income. That just brings you money. You can count those passive income days as like days to cover your red days that you have in trading. That could probably help with your emotional stability, financial stability, all sorts of things, right? Because people don't understand, trading is still a risk-on game. It's still a risk-on game. While passive investing, like literally S&P, it's, I don't want to say it's 100% winner, but it's basically guaranteed if you just hold. You'll come out green at some point in time. So that is a pro tip for those that are trying to, maybe in the stage of probability, you just want to go full-time now. Definitely have some sort of, for sure, like savings outside of just like investing. Have investments, have savings. You don't want everything in one account, in your trading account. Because worst comes to worst, let's say you somehow blow the entire account. Personally, that's going to be impossible. Risking 0.5% a trade, you'd have to lose 200 trades in a row. But let's say somehow you go on some crazy 200 loss tilt, right? Or 400 losses, 200 wins, which is still the same result. 400 minus 200. You will at least have money to go back on still. And, you know, maybe fund the account again or cover living expenses. Point is, you don't want to put all your money into your personal. I don't have all my money into my personal. Gotta diversify. You got to diversify. It's literally the number one tip in investing in general, like in the professional industry, in the professional field. But some people get too cocky with their trading skills and they just, you know, they don't do that. They think they're all this until they hit a drawdown of you losing. Like, even the guys, look at the statistics, look online. FTMO has one. I have it posted on my Discord. The thing on top of my head, like even with my win rate at 60%, I could see there's a, I think a 51.27% chance I see a 5 to 6 losing streak. Now, risking 0.5% per trade is like nothing in terms of the proportional to the count, but it's still something you want to be aware of, because you guys know once you tilt, because I used to do this when I started trading, everyone has done this in the past, I don't blame you. Once you tilt, even your risk management goes to trash, and you're not going to be risking that. So you can actually start over risking, over leveraging, and that's when you basically blow the account. So anyone got any other questions? We swapped newer session low. I'll check my Discord messages in a bit, see if anyone asks me anything on Discord. But if you guys want to reach out to me, like if you just have general questions, just DM in Discord. That's probably the best way to contact me. If you have any questions about the course, mentorship, indicators, the trading journal with 680 of my trades in the past, you can also ask me questions about that. For those that just joined, free Discord link posted in the chat somewhere. Free Discord server, tons of educational content, free for beginners. I think it works best for beginners. There's some term definitions, just basic things you just have to know. You're trying to take this seriously. And then of course, if you want to step up your game and learn my actual full system A to Z, you take the advanced course. It's called 100 Sword. It's on my WAP. You can just go to my website as well. It just basically redirects you to the WAP. So again, the sale right now with the course, it's gonna only last until the end of this month. So you have until now, till the end of this month. And then I already told everyone the pricing. Basically after this month, it's gonna be $6.99 or $7.99. So those will be the new pricing for those that, you know, want to wait later, I guess. If you don't have the financial means, you can wait later, but it doesn't really make too much sense because it's gonna be double the price. So it's up to you. Let's see, my stream is. All right, should I do something on the stream? I might share my screen here. Because there's nothing much really in terms of trades to go over today. You guys I already told you guys a few times about the trades I took today, reasoning. Gold took out both New York session and Asia session low. It could go for previous day low because go to the higher time frame. We hit 30-minute demand, hence why we had that move up. But look, you see what happened here? We respected 30-minute demand up here, or supply up here. So if we respect supply there, our next draw is previous day low. And then from there, we can mitigate what seems to be 1 hour demand right below that. And we are still bullish on the higher time frame on gold, okay? That's something you want to keep in mind on gold. Did we? Ooh, we barely took these highs out. Yeah, we look at that sweep. If you don't think that's like robots, you think that's manual people clicking buttons, getting that precision, I don't know what to say, man. It's crazy. Also teach my members also to give your stop loss wiggle room. You don't want to keep it exactly to the tick at the low or high because that's where sweeps can occur internally. Like for example, here's a perfect example here, y'all. Here's a perfect example here. If you guys find this like stream educational or informational, I'll see if I can keep it up. Otherwise, I will delete it. So, but like for example here, you see we meet equal highs here. People trade equal highs. Me personally, I don't care like at all about equal highs and lows. They really mean nothing to me because there's so many times where we create them and we never actually sweep them. People say we sweep them, but until you give me data to back that up, saying that there's a much higher chance or above 50% chance that we sweep equal highs and lows than to just avoid them, I'm not believing it. So I go off data personally. That's how I made my trading strategy. I don't go off opinions of people, what people just randomly say. But you see, you made equal highs here, and if you just had your stop loss like right at that tick there, you would have got stopped out. 100% guarantee you got stopped out in futures, because the futures, when you have that exact same price, you're getting stopped out there. It's not like Forex. Forex is even worse actually. You would get stopped out even earlier. So that's why I tell you everyone, always at least have a tick of space. If you're trading micros, have even more space for your stop loss, because on micros, there's bigger wicks on micros. I've done a backtesting video. If you don't believe me, I only go off data. Like I tell you guys, I don't teach you guys opinions. I teach you guys facts. Compare and look at if this is something you can do over the weekend or tomorrow. We're not trading tomorrow because it's a holiday. The market's not open. But go over minis and micros charts. You'll see a difference. There's more sweeps and manipulation on the micros chart than the mini chart. So that's why you always want to give your stop loss just a bit more wiggle room on micros. And me personally, I always judge my trades off the minis chart anyway. But I know some people that do trade mini or micros, you can just try to use the minis chart still for trading. Yeah, I know about SMT. We had an SMT here. Look. Right there. We made equal lows on ES, and then we actually took out the low on NQ. But yeah, I see what you mean. Like obviously, if you just have one asset up, you're just gonna assume these are equal lows getting taken out. Yes, they got taken out today, but more often than not, I don't have data that proves to me that this happens more often than it does not. Because there's a ton of times where I'm in a trade, price comes straight to my stop loss in terms of like making equal highs and lows with it, but it still respects it. So just my outlook on trading, you got to keep everything objective and remove the subjectivity out of trading. I have a mechanical way to find draw and liquidity in the course, by the way, if you guys are wondering, like how to get like a solid win rate on in terms of draw and liquidity. Your draw and liquidity, one of our members, Sebastian, he said it like perfectly. Could have said it any better. You can have your draw and liquidity 50% wrong and still be profitable with my system. Especially if you're just scalping, draw and liquidity really does not make a huge win rate difference. Back test, we want to test range sweeps. What are range sweeps? I don't know what range sweeps are. Is that a term for something else? I don't look at YM. Also, I think you mentioned YM. I've looked at it before, but I don't actively look at it. Oh, just highs and lows? Gotcha. Oh, you're a range trader? Okay, that's cool. So what do you trade, Eric? Well, obviously you buy low, sell high. That's pretty basic conception or understanding of range trading. Do you trade a ticks? Does anyone here trade a ticks chart? Or the tick chart? Sound like I said something else there. The tick chart. I've seen it before because I used to know someone that traded it, but I've never traded it personally myself. Some people prefer that over time price charts. I prefer just candles, to be honest. Japanese candles. The standard old tradition. The accuracy on them is just so good. I personally also am against order flow. Order flow is too subjective for me. Like reading order flow bookmap, I've done that before in the past. You can still get manipulated on it. There's ghost orders in bookmap. There's people that put limit orders there, like massive orders there, and then the wall just gets removed last second. So there's a ton of manipulation in bookmap as well. I personally like to cut out that noise, hence I don't use that ever. Not anymore. I used it for like 6 months. Never found a good edge with it, so that's why I'm here with my current system. Like, dude, these guys, bro, I don't get it, man. These guys are talking about aggressive buyers and sellers on bookmap, man. I've seen it all, bro. There's no edge in that still. Like, are you actually mathematically calculating the number of buyers versus sellers at that point? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not going to be able to see all that and calculate it mentally. You're going to need a bot or something. And I think other people also use Delta, I believe. I think ticks lag on TradingView. Maybe. So, Eric, you probably trade very well in bad price action. What I deem as bad price action? Well, it depends. If you're trading big ranges, I trade big ranges too. If you mean like small time ranges, like consolidation, or what looks like consolidation on the 1 minute, then yeah, no, that's bad price action for me. But good for you, I guess. People think range is consolidation. That's true. I think it depends on what time. It 100% depends on what time frame you're on, though, or what time frame you enter on. Like 1 minute consolidation. If my entry model is on the 1 minute, and there's a 1 minute consolidation in a box, you can't trade that. There's no way you can trade that if your entry model is on a 1 minute. But if the 30 minute is consolidating, I can 100% trade that, because on a 1 minute for me, since I enter on the 1 minute, that gives me enough wiggle room to manage my trade, TP, and all that, and it's actually a good size range on a 1 minute. I'll show you guys an example if you guys want in a bit of what I'm trying to say here, but if you guys have traded, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's all trading, since the market's fractal. It's all what's the right word? Proportional. It's proportional to what you're trading, or no, it's relative. That's probably the better word. It's relative to what time frame you're trading, or your entry is on. I think entry is probably the most important time frame. Like everything else is relative to your entry time frame. Now it does also, to be fair, I will give some wiggle room on that definition, because it does depend on what your entry model is. Some entry models, they only require 1 candle, so it truly does depend. But mine's not just like 1 candle, or one of my entry models is basically 1 candle, but other ones are not. They require at least a few candles. So yeah, 1 minute is consolidating. It's not. You're not gonna get any good entry. You'll probably just get manipulated before the actual move. Unless even if you're scalping though, 1 minute consolidation, it's iffy. It's definitely iffy for sure. Well, no, what is that? What's MOC? I've never heard of that. Wait, MOC? No, I don't think I've heard of that. Wait, are you talking about market open close? Oh, market on close. Okay, I was close. Market on close. Now, is there some algorithm signature or something at 345 I'm not aware of? I mean, I don't trade ever at that time anyway, so I mean, it wouldn't apply to me. Oh, extreme volume? Not the last 15 minutes of the market. It makes sense. I mean, some people call it power hour, but that's like the last hour of the market. But yeah, I mean, do you trade till that time though, Eric? I don't. So to me, it's a nice time model. Oh, okay. To me, I never trade basically at that time, so it wouldn't really apply to me. Unless you're trading something that works like during that time specifically. But my strategy basically works on any time that you're trading, but preferably you trade in kill zones, mainly just because of spread if you're trading forex, and then also because volatility. You can hit TPs, stop losses much faster. I'm more comfortable with that than holding and sitting through like chop or bad price action. But there's times where we do get good price action outside of kill zone. I think what's more important than the timing, to be specific, is literally just being able to recognize good versus bad price action. Because there's bad price action in kill zone too, right? It's not really, and nothing's guaranteed. That's for sure. (9:30) open, London close, PM session in MOC. Interesting. I know 8 p.m. EST on gold, there's a big candle. So gold is basically opens exactly at 8 p.m. I know there's also daylight savings times that might affect that. And obviously 9:30 open, everyone knows that. What? You only trade specific times? Oh, interesting. Do you trade macros? ICT or these SMC traders, they have macros and micro, or yeah, just macro timing. I don't use that. I've actually done a bad test on it. It didn't improve or affect my win rate at all. So I stopped. You're gonna use it. Oh, you asked a question. Every candle is a range. That is correct. Like literally a 1 minute candle. I've back tested this myself. 1 minute candle is a seconds range. A 1 minute candle break. Secret sauce for y'all for free. I've done the back testing. 80% correlation here. A 1 minute candle break is equivalent to a internal change of character or internal break of structure on the seconds. 80% of the times it is. The only times it doesn't is if prices does an impulse delivery. Then the high and low, the 1 minute candle is messed up. But literally the high and low of each 1 minute candle, 80% times is literally a seconds break. Yeah, every time frame. But the thing is, I think that the fractal nature of the market complicates market trading for every person as well. If you overcomplicate it, right? Like I don't care about, to me personally, I don't care about the fractal nature of the 30 minute to me. I just stick to a few time frames that works best, and yeah. Like you don't want to overanalyze every single time frame, what every time frame is doing at the exact time. I trade OBs, but my OBs are completely different than everyone else that trades OBs in SMC. People mark, I know SMC, they teach you to mark, if we're like, for example, if we're looking for a demand, I forgot if it's a bullish or bearish, but I believe it's the bullish. Wait, no, I think it's a bearish candle that you mark. Anyway, it's one of those two. You just mark the candle there. I don't do that. I mark mine completely different. I find mine a lot more accurate. So I teach how I mark OBs in a course, and they hit to the tick. So you can bottom and tick. You can bottom top tick with the right context in my strategy. But I'm not gonna go too in depth into that. No, I don't do that, Eric. If you're actually interested in how I mark all mine specifically, it's super mechanical. My POI indicator marks it, basically for you for free, or not for free, but automatically. If you're interested in how, you can just get the 100 score course. But it sounds like you already have a training system that probably works, or it sounds like it works. What you're telling me, so yeah. For people that aren't profitable yet, or looking for a system still, check out the 100 score course I have to offer. Currently, it's on sale till the end of this month. After this end of this month, it's gonna double in price. So don't go back and ask me for the sale again, because it's not gonna happen. I just think the value and the content I have inside the course is much more value than $399. So it's one of the reasons why I decided to change the pricing. Because I've taken some courses when I started trading for like more than mine, $899. I've seen 1.2, 1.29, so 1,299. And they teach the most basic free stuff I've ever seen on YouTube. Half of it works, half of it doesn't work. The other half, they teach you concepts, but they don't teach you a system that you can like put together. So you're left basically with puzzle pieces that you can't, that without like a roadmap on how to put the puzzle pieces together. You're basically giving puzzle pieces with no like puzzle, like overall like image to like solve. Basically how I look at it. So it is pretty dumb that they resell that. I was thinking I might start a series on my YouTube. I'm not afraid about my reputation, because I know like there's like literally 99% of my income comes from trading, so I don't need to sell courses or any of this to make a living. So like if I get shut down or whatever, or my reputation gets damaged, I really could not care at all, to be honest. So that's why I make exposed videos on traders as well, because to me like I don't make income off this. It doesn't matter. My online presence and what I'm selling will not affect my lifestyle at all. But yeah, I was thinking about doing like an exposing trader series on my channel. What I'm gonna do for that, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get in, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy, let's say a trader sells signals. I'm gonna, like a popular trader, let's say, I don't know, Mamba FX or someone. I think he sells signals. Maybe not anymore, I don't remember. But let's say someone sells signals, I'll buy the signal service or whatever they sell. If they sell a course, I'll buy a course. If they sell mentorship, I'll buy a mentorship. But to be fair, I don't want to waste my time on the mentorship or those calls and such if I just know it's BS. But do it for the sake of the series, and then basically I'll just record the entire thing, like post it on YouTube. And it will literally expose these traders, whether they're real or fake. You will come out with actually some being legit, and you will also come out with some being evidently not legit. And what this does is I help you guys save your money from frauds in this space. So you guys will really know what you're gonna get inside when you pay them. You'll know if what they teach even works. I can even run back tests as well on what they teach to see if their strategy even works. Because half the strategies online don't work. But I'm gonna be honest, back testing probably not so much. That's gonna take up way too much of my time. Probably would not be interested in doing that, but just things like that, pretty clear evidence that you can't really dispute and see which traders come out on top in terms of being legit or not. I think it would be a pretty interesting series. I don't think there's some channels that have done it in the past, just on a few traders, but I'll try to see if I can get a lot of traders online. But it is that the only thing that I'm also kind of against it is just a time commitment. It's gonna be a lot of time commitment. And honestly, I get nothing out of it doing the series. Oh, Sebastian asked a question. Oh, I didn't answer it. Give me 1 second, Sebastian. When trading the impulse model, Jay, do you put limit order at the high and low of the previous candle? If it doesn't get you filled, then move the limit order to the... Yeah, so you basically trail the order towards the most recent candle, high or low. So if there's a new high or low candle that got made, you trail to that one until you get an entry. Now, it's not a limit order, it's a stop order. So you put a stop order. So it's a stop buy or stop sell, meaning as soon as price gets above that level, if you're to stop buy, it fills you in a buy position. And the stop sell is if it goes below the current price that you set at, you get filled basically at that price for a short. But yeah, not a limit order, it's called a stop order. But yeah, I know what you mean. For example, if you look at today's setup for Fiverr Sword, you'll see what I mean. This is why I don't like trading later in the day. The range, there's an entry model, but the delivery is not great. And if delivery is not great, you get longer trade times, and I don't like sitting in trades for too long. Personally, unless you can set and forget though, so I guess not too big of an issue. Why I always exit my position before market close anyway, so I wouldn't be setting forgetting if I'm trading at this time. Whoa, the lights turn off? What happened? Oh, I think I set a timer by accident. Damn, bro, how long has the lights been off for? Not too long. Alright, you guys have any other questions for me? If you don't, I'm probably gonna hop off here in a bit. No, trading's done today. You guys just joined the stream, probably end it in a bit here. 4 wins, 1 break even today. These will be recapped later on my YouTube. I'll post it in a course if I find any meaningful information to include. And I'll include that extra information in the course video. And then I'll also record, a trade recap of yesterday's trades. If you guys want to see yesterday's trades, I'll show it real quick, briefly on stream here. Where is it? No way, did I delete it on my trading view? I have it in the Discord, so if you guys check out the private course members only Discord, it should be in there. I might have actually posted in the free chat as well, I'll see. But yeah, the trades from yesterday are also there as well. It is on ES. Oh, it's right here. Trades from yesterday. 2 winners, 1 loss. From yesterday, 2 winners, 1 loss. I missed 2 trades, but that were winners, but it's okay. But for the most part, my win rate's been pretty good recently. I think it's around like 70% recently. But overall, like long term with no sample size, it's 60, 65. What are other popular traders that you guys watch that stream live on YouTube? Just curious. Or is there not many that stream? Top Step obviously streams. Duh. Bro, I saw this funny comment one time. People were saying like, yo, you just fade Top Step live trading. So take the opposite trades and you come out green. Because there's no way Top Step is giving profitable entries. Because if they did, that's so dumb. That's against their trading model. They lose money. So I'm assuming they don't got good traders on there. It would be a conflict of self-interest. It would be counterintuitive. I need a banner on my streams of socials too. That's what I gotta do. Oh, also forgot to mention this. If you guys are new, join Discord because I'm doing a giveaway in a Discord. It should be soon. It's basically once we get 1,000 free members in there, I'm doing a giveaway. You can win either the course or the indicators. So if you already have the course, for example, you just get access to the indicators for free. If you don't have the course, you'll get access to the course. So we'll see when we hit 1,000 members, but I am doing a giveaway there, and the details specifically on how to enter, I'm not made yet, but we will get there. It won't be anything too complicated. It'll be very simple and straightforward. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna end the stream here. It probably won't get posted on YouTube since we didn't take any trades today on live stream. Check out the other live streams if you want to see me take live trades. You can check those out. I'll post executions as well on those streams if you guys are interested in those. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here, y'all. I'll see you guys in the free Discord. Peace.